LeBron James makes feelings clear on former Lakers co-star Anthony Davis' Blockbuster trade to the Wizards. A year after LeBron James' fruitful partnership with Anthony Davis on the Los Angeles Lakers came to a shocking conclusion, the latter found himself on the move again. Earlier this month, the star big man was shipped from the Dallas Mavericks to the Washington Wizards in arguably the most surprising move of this year's trade deadline, prompting James to reconsider the rebuilding squad's future. LeBron James very interested to watch Anthony Davis-led Wizards come together next season. James and Davis served as one of the league's most lethal 1-2 punches for 5.5 seasons, winning the 2020 NBA title in their first campaign together. However, after an opportunity to pivot to a younger superstar-caliber franchise cornerstone in Luka Doncic presented itself, L.A. didn't hesitate to send Davis to Dallas at last year's deadline. While the move has worked out for the Lakers 33-21, injuries limited Davis to just 29 total outings with the Mavericks before the floundering squad, 19-35, pulled the plug and retooled around rookie phenom Cooper Flagg. Though Davis had been frequently mentioned in rumors leading up to the February 5th deadline, Washington emerged seemingly out of nowhere to buy low on the 10-time All-Star services. The Wizards managed to pull off a blockbuster deal featuring an assortment of role players and draft capital without breaking up their young core. Davis' finger joined Trae Young's knee. As the second injured star, Washington took a chance on acquiring mid-season, with both having yet to suit up for the organization. Nevertheless, the Wizards, who sit 29th, 14-39, among the league's 30 teams, have caught James' attention. Very interesting James said on Tuesday's edition of the Mind the Game podcast. I'm very intrigued, and I'm very interested to see what happens and how this all comes about. Obviously, next year, kind of towards next year. I don't know, I think AD's out, and maybe Trae is not going to play this year as well. But I'm interested to see what they do and how it all comes together. The four-time MVP continued to laud both Davis and Young from a talent perspective before going on to highlight some of his favorite prospects on Washington's roster. With AD, obviously we know the talent level is out of this world, James shared. And Trae's ability to play the pick-and-roll game, his ability to shoot the ball, his lob threat. I love the young kid from France that they have on their team, too. We just played him, Alex Sarr. Great touch, great feel for the game. Love the kid. Kaishan George as well, young kid, pretty good player. And then also the rookie kid that they got from Texas, Trey Johnson. James added that the Wizards have long sought to generate optimism about their direction, having last made the playoffs in 2021. They have some pieces, and I think for the first time in a few years we can say that Washington has picked up some pieces, James pointed out. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Aside from injury concerns, the 22-time All-Star noted that Washington's success could hinge on how motivated Davis and Young are to prove to their former teams what they're capable of. Still, James concluded that every year is different, opting not to make a concrete prediction about the Wizards' 2026-27 outlook. Not LeBron James, but Kobe Bryant is closest comparison to Michael Jordan believes Lakers legend. When Phil Jackson came to Los Angeles, he didn't just bring the triangle offense with him. He brought with him some experienced veterans from the Bulls dynasty like John Sally Horace Grant and Ron Harper. For a fresh-faced Kobe Bryant, that was a jackpot. That little Laker boy, as the Bulls players called him, the last dance, took Be Like Mike very seriously. One of their common teammates claimed that Bryant actually succeeded. Watch what's trending now. Ron Harper dropped by the Cousins podcast, where one of the titular cousins, Tracy McGrady, shared a strong off-court friendship and on-court rivalry with Kobe Bryant. So he wanted to hear how Harper would compare two of his best teammates, MJ and Kobe. Kobe Bryant is about as close to MJ as you ever going to have. Like real close. Like A and B Harper stated, emphasizing that the two were virtually indistinguishable in their approach to the game. Harper, who won 3 titles with Jordan in Chicago before joining Bryant for 2 more in Los Angeles, recalled being stunned by young Kobe's relentless curiosity. When I first came here in 2000, and just to see this kid play, every day he'd talk about MJ and me. What did MJ do? How MJ handled this? Sometimes extreme enthusiasm made the veteran want to say, "Dude, relax, dude. Like, you okay? Like, you working?" McGrady agreed, noting that the sentiment is universal among their peers. That's what Kobe was about. Like, you give him information. He wants all the information he can get on players that'll make him better or players that he wants to get an advantage on. It's worth noting that despite their respective proximity to Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan, both Harper and T-Mac have been defensive about LeBron James' legacy too. But their perspective changes when Kobe Bryant is involved. Ron Harper's consistent about LeBron James' mindset. An often forgotten piece of Jerry West lore is that he almost got a second player out of high school season after he drafted Kobe Bryant. However, his attempt to get Tracy McGrady never manifested. He instead got several pieces from the Bulls dynasty to turn the Shaq and Kobe duo into a championship force. For the ex-Bulls players, it felt like they're playing with the Black Cat again. And T-Mac didn't need to be in L.A. to form a close friendship with Bryant. Both Harper and McGrady are fiercely defensive of Bryant's legacy as much as Jordan's. Both also are fans of LeBron James' statistical dominance for over 20 years. Yet Ohio native Harper, who took a cheeky shot at Bron's parenting at the All-Star Weekend, maintains that James lacks the defensive prowess that made the Jordan-led 90s NBA better. And T-Mac claims that if it came down on to a 1-versus-1 comparison, without the stats, MJ would win over Bron. If you mention Kobe Bryant to them, they'd say the Mamba mentality is as superior as Jordan's psychological warfare. For Harper, James has always been chasing Jordan's ghost. But MJ wouldn't give a shit about this BS. He never cared for the GOAT talk and anything else he said in 2025. LeBron is a great player, said Harper a year before he came on the Cousins pod. And as far as that competitive build, I don't know if he's more competitive as MJ and Kobe are. And not many would disagree with him.